Do you struggle to remember the notes in the fretboard? Do you find it difficult choosing which notes to play at the right time or where the notes are? Are you intimidated by the dusty end of the fretboard, so getting right up in the fretboard? So today's lesson is actually about learning about the notes, and I've got some really cool methods. They all take a lot of work, I'm afraid, and practice, but they really do work and they really get you comfortable with where all the notes are on the bass. So we're going to get jumping straight in, and we're going to start off with the C major scale. Here goes. Okay, so here we are. We've got the bass, C major scale. So the C major scale starts off on the A string, good old C major scale. So we've got the C on the 3rd fret of the A string, then we've got the D on the 5th fret of the A string, so those two notes first, then the E, the F, and the G, they're on the D string, fret 2, 3 and 5, and then the twist in it is the A, B and C. So the A, 2nd fret, 4th fret, 5th fret, put those together, and you can go descending as well. Okay, so that is the basics of what we're going to be doing to learn where all the notes are. Now, we're not going to use any sharps and flats in this. It's going to be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, or whichever, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, just all of the natural notes, we'll call them. So I'm going to just go one step back before the major scale first, and I'm just going to learn the notes, or show you the notes, which are just in this position here before we do this. So we've got the open E, the F, and then G. So that's E, F, G. E, F, G, A to the alphabet, E, F, G. Next note is A, B, C. So E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Okay, so just follow the alphabet starting on E, get to the G, go back to the A. So it's E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. And this memorising that finger pattern really. Take your time with it. The more you practice that and the more you get used to it, just your fingers landing on those notes, and if you say the notes at the same time, E, F, G, A, B, C, you can learn it string by string, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Okay, now we did learn the C major scale before, so we put all that together, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. So that's all of the notes in that area there. We've just got this A and this G, this A to put on here. So I can combine all that and start to mix it up. Sorry, but enough sharpen. Got the D there, got D there. So we say these notes, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, B, A, G, F, E. And then we do that. So I've got the C major scale there, starting on an E. E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. Like that, or there. Can you see what we're doing now? So we're starting to learn that in two positions. We've got all of that up to the 5th fret taken care of. No sharps and flats, remember. And I'm doing it quite quick there, but if you practice slowly, you'll get that. It takes a bit of work. But I've seen people improve in the case of just a week or 2 weeks just by learning to do that, doing 10-15 minutes a day on that, really focusing on where the notes are, really looking at the fretboard and memorising how the fretboard looks and where those notes are. Some of them do it one string at a time, some of them do it in the patterns. It's entirely up to you the way you do it, but if you can get up to that 5th fret and get those finger positions nailed and say those notes, that's step 1 done. Step 2. We're going to extend this a little bit now, so we're going to start our C major scale on the 2nd note of the scale. So C, there we go, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to start on the D. So the D, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and we're going to add a D onto that. So we've just got one note up. Okay, D, E, F, G, A, B. Come back. Okay, so all we've done there really is added one note on, which is the D. But what this does give us is a particular scale, not called a scale, but it's called a mode. And that mode is called Dorian. So I'm sure you've heard of modes before and wondered what the hell are modes. That is what modes are. Modes are just a way of playing a major scale or any scale starting on different notes. The scale stays the same, But we play the scale in the original position. That's, if we were going to call it a mode, mode number 1, known as the Ionian mode. If we started that same scale on note number 2, so we take the first note off and then put the D up on the top and start on the D, we get what's called Dorian mode, which is a form of a minor scale with a major 6th interval in there. Now you notice I came back a different way there, so that scale there, that Dorian mode, we're going to learn in 2 different positions here. So we've got this is your C major scale position, original position, and then we've got the same notes again, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. Just like this, I'll check. D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. And again, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. So there we are. So we've got a few more steps away from that original little shape we had at the top, right up to the 7th fret of the D now. So whilst we're remembering there are shapes, now what you can do is again say the notes D, E, F, G, whatever you like, but it's starting to look at the shapes and connecting the fingerboard together. So we've learnt the first mode and the second mode. We've gone from playing the C major scale in the open position, starting on the E, which sounds confusing, but it's still a C major scale as far as we're concerned, just for today. And then we've got the C major scale there, extending the notes back again. Then the D Dorian mode, which is still the C major scale, but just starts on the second note, and it has its own flavour. It has a different tone, a different sound to the scale. It's a minor. It fits over a minor chord with a major 6 in there, like what would be called a D minor 13 or a D minor 6 chord. Work really nice with that second mode of Dorian. Don't worry too much about that. That's in other videos which I've got. So there we are. So 1, 2, 3 approaches now there, and 3 extensions of getting up to this 7th fret here and learning about the fretboard here. So stick with that, have a go at that and practice that. Don't go any further than that, and then again we'll turn up onto the next mode and the next position on the bass next.